Like, I can't talk. I want to talk here. I appreciate you unmuting me. I kind of felt trapped.
Hi,
there.
Brad.
Like,
how are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm-
Long time no see.
I know. I'm doing really well. Lots of exciting updates. In fact, the most exciting updates is we got. It's kind of scary because you have to pay the card manufacturer a lot of money with a design that you've only put on your computer. And we had it come in the mail, and I was so happy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got a bunch of
that looks
sample
awesome
cards, and super excited. This is what we've been working for so long, and you can kind of see it. It's happening. It's a super cool looking card. It's just a scary thing to pay a lot of money to this card manufacturer, and you don't know if it's going to be ugly or not. So when it came in the mail, my wife said it
two
came.
in the mail. Two in the mail to Bangkok immediately.
Yeah. I'll. These are just, you can tell this chip part's all engraved out, but I can send these to you, Stefan, if you want to give me your just email me your address and I'll send a couple of them to you.
Do so Aaron and me can have a few.
Yep. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Perfect. So that's super exciting. We've been debating, and I don't know of you and I don't know if crypto.com, is that worldwide? Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes.
That's one of our competitors. So we went on their website. We actually are on it all the time because we're going to be competing with them. But to get their most elite card, you have to stake 400,000 USD to get their most elite card. Their second most elite card is 40,000. Their third card is 4,000. So we've kind of been debating on a marketing scheme to up the limits on the daily spend, add a couple more benefits, because we were looking at the benefits that you get on that card compared to what we're offering. Number one, they don't have a node that they can get to help get or earn Crow. You have to stake and then get their cryptocurrency, and it's a large amount that you have to stake. But the benefits are very similar. Ours is a lot cheaper, and this is kind of one we're thinking we might either bump the black card up to be like the most elite and put this as a second, but I think this is a pretty cool looking card. I don't know if you guys like that or not or can see it, but man, we had them. We say, hey, give us a couple of kind of examples of some other cards that really are new on the card front. And so they sent us this, and I actually really like it. In person, it looks really, really cool. But so we're possibly adding one more card product to our our three products that we currently have. That's just in the mail, just to give you guys a heads up of where we're at, that we'll have a few added benefits, or we just bump the black card up to where we want that and slide in, this card here. So, things are always changing. We don't have a cool game like Scott just showed us, but we get excited about these metal cards. So that's the excitement we get in the banking world. So to give you a heads up of where we're at, I know I've spoke a couple times here. We are at the final phases. A couple of problems that we've had. We talked about, I think last time, if you're one of the first 1,000 to buy a black card, you get, when they're available, because we're just like everybody else, the coins aren't just readily available. They have to be mined through the nodes. So when the coins or the rewards are available, we will give 100,000 switch rewards to the first 1,000 black card purchasers. The qualifications for that to become and get in the list, everyone's like, well, how do I get it in the list? And we'll send that out to Stefan, everybody else, and Connect will send it to everyone, so you have an equal chance of everybody. The two qualifications are, number one, you have to pass the KYC, and number two, you have to purchase the card. You have to send in the funds for the card. And the problem right now that we're running into, and why we're not able to launch today, is on our KYC, the webcam on most laptops and PCs is a reverse image. So we're having a lot of errors because the computer isn't reading your driver's license like it should. The passports somehow work just fine. But if you have your driver's license and you're trying to verify with just your face and your driver's license, it shows an error. So we came up with, we found another solution, another third-party provider that helps us get past that. And we're implementing that API right now. So that, I just wanted to give you a heads up on the where we're at. in that, and we're hoping to have the pre-registration done here in the next week or two at the latest. The company that we're signing on board to finish up and correct that problem or error that we were getting in KYC promised it would not be longer than 2 weeks to implement their API and the documentation that they are providing. So that's really exciting, because once we get that done, we can pre-register for the cards and then start issuing these cards all throughout the
Brad,
everywhere.
I'm getting a question here. If they are working worldwide, these cards and so on, where are they?
What was the question?
If they are working worldwide, these cards, can you order them from
Yes.
anywhere?
Anywhere, yeah. Well, anywhere except for the restricted EEA area and the OFAC. So yes, to that question. Absolutely. I wanted to show a quick slideshow to kind of tell you what we're doing, kind of why we started with Switch. I know you've heard some of my stuff before, but I'll make this quick so we can, but let me just share this. Oh, it says host disabled participant. Can I get permission, Stephen, to share that, or whoever has that control?
Yeah, give it a try now.
Okay, there it is. Okay, this is kind of, someone just asked, that was a great lead into what we're doing. We're trying to bring the whole world together. We want to bank the unbanked, and not necessarily because they've bounced a bunch of checks, but because maybe they don't have two forms of ID like in Spain when you go there to try to get a bank account. We're only requiring one form of ID and a biometric read, and that counts as your second form of ID. So that's what's kind of cool about our practice. We want to be able to have it come to everyone and everyone to be able to use it. The next screen, this is, our team, the problem, the answer. This is kind of the overview of the talking points that I want to talk real quick about. This is a team. You guys have met Kathy. You've met, obviously, me. I don't know. I asked Brian to get on here. Brian, he might be muted, but Brian's our new COO, and his background is amazing. And his background is actually prepaid debit cards or payment industry. He's been in it for 20 years. He actually started and was the president and ran a large prepaid crypto debit card and sold it about a year and a half ago. And he was hanging out on the beach, retired and taking his kids to school. And I came in contact with one of his friends, and his friend says, you really should contact Brian. He's the best in the industry on the prepaid debit card crypto. He's been mining crypto since 2011. He's very well versed in the prepaid debit card programs. He's very well versed with all the banks that will actually accept what we're doing. There's a lot of banks that won't. There's only a handful of banks that will, and he knows all of them. And so we were super happy that he decided to come on board with us, and he confirmed with us that when you start a program, you think it's pretty cool when you're the one doing the program. I quit my 20 years of banking to go do this. So I always thought it was pretty cool, but it was nice to have someone from the outside that's very well known in the industry confirm to us of what we were doing is going to be awesome. And so
we've got Brian unmuted as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So Brian, go ahead and maybe you do a better job. I think you're a stud, but you can do a lot better about talking about yourself than I can.
So, no, I wish my wife was on this call. Thanks for the kind words. But yeah, certainly. So, I mean, it's definitely the timing is right. When we started looking at this, several years ago, sponsored banks would really shut the door on you because, crypto had a negative connotation. And since then, you've seen, worldwide regulation. So now is the time to get this going, worldwide. So very excited to be a part of the team. It's a great team, great company as a whole. All the different ecosystems. So here is needed. Thanks, Brad, and looking to get this launched and be successful.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks. I put him on the spot like that. So appreciate you just hopping on, Brian. He's in New Orleans, so he's been working for a couple hours already. So he's getting after it. So thanks for hopping on. So this is the next. This is someone asked, hey, where are we going to be issuing cards? And we are going to be a worldwide global card. This is kind of an estimate of where most of the crypto users are, and that's where we're going. except for the OFAC in those countries. The problem is our main focus, how do you do crypto? A lot of people don't, most people on this call do know, but we want to make it simple enough that, and you guys have met Kathy and she'll say this, we want to make it simple enough that Kathy can do it, simple enough that my mom, who's never been in crypto, can do it. I talked in Vegas on Saturday this weekend to a large group and was telling them back in 2015 or 2016, when Coinbase only had 3 coins, they had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I wanted to buy Ripple, and I remember, but you couldn't buy it on Coinbase. So you had to send it to Binance. And I sent it to Binance and I sent like $5,000 and it was gone for like 3 hours. And I'm like, I've lost $5,000. It's just gone. And I don't know if you all remember that anxiety of your first time of sending cryptocurrency, but it's a scary thing. And it's still real. People still have anxiety. They want to get in, but it's a scary thing. And so we want with Switch to make it simple and easy for anybody so they don't have to experience that anxiety that we all experienced back in the day. And so that's the okay. So this is the black card. A lot of we've talked about this before, free transactions, ability to earn 2 times the Switch rewards. So, and what that means, it should say points, but every day you can earn points. There's action items that we've put together for people who use their card, and whoever earns points, you'll be able to get a distribution of Switch rewards at the end of the day. That's what that means. 4,000 daily spending limit. This is what I was talking about earlier. We're looking to bump that and either bump that on this black card or possibly do a card that's higher than this with higher spending limits. Apple and Google Pay, it's the $4.95 annual fee. Spend over 20,000 a year and you get no annual fee or renewal fee charged to you. VIP exchange rates. You get $1,000, like the video mentioned. You get $1,000 off your smart node purchase if you purchase a black card. And then we're looking at working, and that's where Brian's helping us, is on the membership, travel perks, and different card programs that you could get, gift cards or whatever you want to buy on your rewards. So then the next is the blue card, and then the digital card. We talked about those a little bit. A little less benefits, but kind of an entry-level card for anybody that wants to come in. This is kind of an easy thing. Store it, spend it, switch it, spend it. You can do all those things within our wallet, and it's a one-stop shop. You don't have to go to all these different places. You can do all this and spend and earn or buy and use your crypto. These are our coins. I mentioned this before that we're having on associated with Switch at First. You can see down here that we're having other future supported rewards as well. Our main goal is to get the win and get Element and get all our whole ecosystem's coins on the Switch wallet and app. So those are those, but currently we have the 5 right now. We have Green, Gala, BAT, Ethereum, Bitcoin. These are our competitors. I already talked about them. Up to $400,000 gets their highest card. They do charge transaction fees. Their cap balances, load fees. This is us. Once I already mentioned, no staking fees, no transaction fees, no processing, worldwide. This is the node. Y'all know about the node right now. We've sold about 3,700 nodes. Our current price is 5,600. It sounds like they're doing something a little bit different, which I actually caught the tail end of that for Element, and it sounds like you guys are going to be, and Steven can correct me. I didn't know about that, but that sounds like a cool program that you guys are all going to try to run.
We're just locking the first 1,000 in. That's awesome. Yeah.
Cool. So this is ours. This is how we've done the node, which is still a good price at what we're, if you look at the Gala node, it's $100,000 right now. So this is it's pretty good entry level, and make the switch today. So that's just a quick overview of what we're doing. And that's all I've got, unless anyone has questions.
Hey, Brad, there was one question on the card referral promo. Are we going to look to do referral promotions?
So you get, it's part of the action items. If you refer a card, you get, and you're a black card owner, you get double the points that day to earn. We're still working with Connect on that to refer cards, and that black card's going to be in the Connect app, and we're going to try to refer, or actually help in sharing. There's that activation fee. We're going to help in sharing that, and Steven knows more about that. That would be through the Connect channel.
Correct. Yeah, and it'll be subject to the whole WIN blockchain, just as normal. So yeah, that is going to be integrated here. I'm hoping to get that completed in just the next couple of days, because we've been going back and forth on that. So we're really excited to integrate that into as well. Outside of just the Switch node, we'll also have the Switch black card there also.
Yeah, and the reason why we're only doing the black card, so the black card just for us to get, to get these cards and all the other stuff the cost of goods sold is about $295 on that. So really the amount that we'll be sharing and on the WIN node distribution, however that works, Stephen, is
it'll be
about
small.
Yeah, so it's not a huge amount, just because the costs are so high. We don't even, the blue card, we're actually losing a little money on it, but it's kind of an entry level card to get issued. And so just a heads up on that.
Awesome.
So yeah, is there another question? I don't see the questions for some reason. So I apologize.
That's all right. No, there is one more question. And so the question is Switch a full-blown crypto bank? We can transfer fiat currency from our bank. So the answer is, while we're not actually a chartered or trusted bank, we do have sponsorship globally. So you can use an IBAN, an international bank account in EEA as well as UK and globally outside of United States. And we are working on a traditional checking account that allows you to do everything from pay your mortgage to do card transfers and wires in the US later this year. So in essence, we do provide the features of a traditional bank. However, we are not a bank ourselves.
It's correct. We're not a chartered crypto bank. And so the other phase that Brian's helping us work on, and we're hoping this works. So this is not in production, but we're looking at it, is instead of selling your crypto, having it come back to your IBAN, then load it to your card, we want to be able just to go swipe your card and it does all that stuff in the background. That technology is out there. Is that right, Brian? Or am I?
Yeah, that's a great point. So if you look at the volatility of the market in crypto, say for instance, green is up today, but Bitcoin's down. You don't want to necessarily spend your Bitcoin because it might have dropped, for that day, right? So you can easily switch between your crypto, your different digital assets, and spend those in real time. So we'll have that ability to spend in real time here soon. It's not part of our MVP, but it will be available in a later launch this year.
Yeah. So that's the majority of the updates, unless Brian, you think I'm missing something that would be beneficial?
We're just getting a lot of questions. So the card does have Apple Pay and Google Pay functionality. So that will be available on phase 1. And members can earn from their team activities. I believe it's the proof of action. So as Brad mentioned, there are things you can do to earn Switch rewards.
Absolutely.